You see, there are so many things that surprised me when I moved to the UK, but this one stood out of the rest of them. From a guy coming from Nigeria and seeing the cultural norms and seeing how marriages were successful based on just the fact that women were not that financially independent, it was shocking to see the outrageous number of single mothers in the UK. Now, me saying it was shocking, it doesn't really mean that the population of single mothers are top notch, or it doesn't really mean that 90% of the UK's population are single mothers. That's not what I'm saying. It's the fact that when I compared the number of single mothers, or how easy it was to become a single mother in Africa to the UK, something stood out. And it wasn't like this many years ago, according to my findings. As time went by, these so-called feminism, I can do it all by myself, came into the picture. And to make it worse, the government provided the financial support, making it easy for many women to leave their relationship and embrace or become wives to the government. I'm saying this because marriage is not what women leave before they become single mothers. Unlike back home where I am from, at least before you're a single mother, it means you were married, had a husband, and for some reason, most times, because you lost your husband and you became a widow, you typically became a single mother. But it is very different here. Now, let me give you a snippet of how things are when it comes to dating in the UK. It's worse. Now, it starts with boy meets girl. They like themselves. Sometimes it might be a relationship that's spun out of situationship. But as time went by, it becomes something solid. Later on in the future, for some reason or the other, after she's gotten pregnant and had a baby or babies, she begins to see different faults in a man. Many of them will even tell you he was a freak, he was a misogynist, he was, they call their men different names as if there was not once a time that they slept on the same bed and had endless coitus with these men. Now, I'm not saying that this doesn't happen. Don't get me wrong. It actually happens. There are different men and likewise women that you would meet, and it's not what you had planned would happened. But that is why they usually say you should marry before you carry. If you marry before you carry, it reduces the chances of you meeting this kind of guys. But what makes it worse is the fact that the government are ready to embrace many of these women the moment they separate from their spouses or their husbands. But what happens when there is a third party that is very rich than the average man? Not just that, this third party is able to provide everything that you are supposed to provide as a man. And it also means that the moment she leaves a man and embraces this third party, she's also free to have different numerous man friends. Every Tom, Dick, and Harry would definitely know how good she is in bed. This is a typical scenario of my observation when it comes to dating in the UK. Will I call this single mother issue a plague? I would say for now it's not a plague, but from the way things are turning out, the fact that it is easier for a woman to easily separate from a boyfriend, and within not even within 2 months, within 1 week, she gets a house to stay in, They call that the council apartment here. She gets different benefits for her and the child or children she has. She gets a car depending on how well they're able to make the case and make it look juicy. She gets very, very comfortable that even the average British cannot provide the lifestyle that the government provides for her. At this point, she feels that she doesn't need a man and independence comes into play. You would see many of these children, I'm not saying all now, but I'm saying you will see many of these children that these single mothers have had and see that they didn't turn out well. Many of them have joined gangs, many of them have ended in prison, many of them are into one hard drugs or the other. And this shows that despite the fact that the government is willing to sponsor the life of many single mothers, many baby mamas out there, the government has neglected fatherly role. You see, there's little to nothing that the government can do when it comes to making sure the society is all right by itself. Don't forget, that is the job of a family. The job of a family is to make sure that every small unit turns out well. And at the end of the day, when those units come together, when they become a population, it creates a society where the children or the outcome of the society becomes positive. Despite the man's responsibility is just to provide protection and provision, his job that is not often seen or recognized is to become a father. The job of a father cannot be done by the government. And that is why, despite the fact that many of these single mothers are living a good life, their children still turn out bad or even worse. The job of a father is something that never ends. For you to say that because you are providing a financial sustainability for a woman who has neglected her spouse, and because of that you're saying that she must separate from her spouse, she mustn't have any reason to see her spouse, to see the father of her children, you have made a deep hole in that family that cannot be covered quickly. Now, I understand that there has to be just one authority in the house. So since the woman has chased the guy, definitely the government has to be the main authority over her. And I also understand that there are bodies like the social care or the social welfare, I can't remember what they are being called now, but their job role is that they make sure that children from these homes having issue turn out well. But what if there are so many things that happen and these bodies cannot see them from the outside? I've seen families that by the time these bodies come in to help out in this situation, it's gone worse. We see them everywhere. We see them on TikTok, we see them on Instagram, where the police comes in, discover that the mother has been using the benefit she proclaims or she gets from the government to do things that are not even helping the children's lives. We see everything on the internet. But in all what I've said, is there likelihood that things could change? Is there likelihood that the family unit would go back to what it used to be in the UK? I would say yes. And here are my reasons. For this to work, it means that government needs to start providing for those that really need it. If a woman is coming out saying that her husband has been abusive, he's been this, he's been that, fine. The government should not just take it hook, line, and sinker. they should make their findings, because most of the time these women just want to be free. And instead of them doing it in a sane way that it doesn't implicate the innocent man, they decide to just make it worse, just to make sure that the father of these children also do not have rights to see them. So the government should do their findings. Aside from this, government also should make sure that these single mothers out there are working. Now, in as much as it's not easy to raise children and to work, especially when you're the sole parent in the house, it doesn't excuse the fact that there are jobs that you can do that can still bring a bit of money into the house. But another thing that can be put in place that can make this really work is let women begin to marry before they carry. What made the UK now into a place where it's just easy? I'm not saying there should be discrimination to single mothers, but let's put in incentives that would encourage more women to get married before they carry. And when benefits like universal credit are not easy to access, or women have to extremely prove that they need it, I think more women will stick with their innocent spouses. But I throw the question to you. Do you live in the UK? Have you observed this menace? What do you think are the profounding solutions? All I've said, did they make sense? Drop a comment below. Let me know your opinion about this topic, and I'll see you guys in the next one.